course, man. I want to fight the best out there. I want everybody to know I'm not scared to fight anybody. I'll fight the best outside of the UFC or in the UFC. Coaching is something you need to do. It takes you back to the basics, A lot of times people get, strung up on trying to do this fancy stuff, but really the basics is what wins fights a lot of the time. So just that I never quit, through all these obstacles, I'm still fighting through. A lot of guys would have quit where I'm at right now, Yeah, man, just don't keep an eye out for me. I'll be back out. I'll be back in hopefully a big ring real soon near you. So, yeah, just keep an eye out for Showtime. I'm never going to stop until I get what I want.
All right, guys, this is Crazy Kev here, and I'm here with Eric Shelton. Eric, how we doing, my man?
Doing good, brother. Coming off a win, so feeling real good.
That's right. I was just about to ask you about that, man. You just competed not too long ago. Talk to us a little bit more about your confidence right now and what's maybe next for you.
Man, honestly, had another tough opponent. He was 8-1. A Kamara Abdul, another prospect that I just beat. So, it was on Fury. So it was a tough fight, but I got it in the second round by a TKO. So, right now I'm feeling like I'm waiting on a call, man. I'm waiting on a bigger show, something like that. I've been taking out all these prospects and putting in work. So, I just want my roses,
Yeah, I'm looking for it, man. Like I said, the last time I talked to you, we've been waiting for the call as well, too. I believe in our last interview, you mentioned you got a short notice call. Have you got any more answers or anything like that about maybe when could be next for you with the UFC?
Not yet, man. Just waiting. Like I said, I spoke with my manager slightly about it. I don't want to press too hard, but definitely got it on my mind, So I'm going to stay fighting them, book another fight until I'm not going to wait because I got to get this money, man. So I got to keep fighting until they give me a call. But other than that, man, I'll just wait on my shine.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, you were also booked against Josh, and then that fight got fallen through because you were injured. Do you maybe want to try to get that fight rebooked?
Oh, of course, man. I want to fight the best out there. I want everybody to know I'm not scared to fight anybody. I'll fight the best outside of the UFC or in the UFC. So, yeah, I would love to have that fight back. I just had a rib injury, so it was something that I couldn't take a wrestler on a rib injury. So it's one of those things, man. Tough to bite down on, but I had to do it,
Yeah, no, definitely, man. And hopefully you do get that one rebooked if that's what you're looking for. And, when it comes to just maybe being next, it's July now. What could maybe be like a set target date, what you're kind of looking at?
Honestly, October would be nice. I got a show back home, Cage Aggression, that's got a show coming up in October. I might book on there. Other than that, man, I'm just, I'm going to keep my eye open just for any big shows. I got stuff coming up. But, other than that, I'm just going to keep taking fights around here, around anywhere that they got something open.
I love it. And, man, outside the cage, man, what else do you typically like to do besides fighting, man?
Take care of my kids, man. And it's crazy because my last fight was on Father's Day. So it was one of the best gifts. They were all there. It was a good time. So, take care of my kids, my family. I like to train people and do stuff like that. Other than that, man, fighting's been my life for 15 years. So it's really fighting and family,
Yeah, man. And the last time you were on here, you mentioned you have 6 kids, man. What's it like to kind of, juggle all that, having 6 kids, also being a fighter and all that 9 yards, you know what I mean? Yeah,
it's been amazing. Honestly, without them, I don't think I could have gotten as far as I have. Each of them have different, give me different motivations. So it's all good at home. So I love all my kids, man. My 5-year-old is my youngest. So they're all about to be out of there. So, I'm saying they're on the way out. He's training right now. He's probably my closest to being a fighter. Everybody else, they're like, basketball, dancing, but he's the one that wants to be the scrapper. So I got my eyes on that too, coaching him up.
That's nice. That's definitely awesome, man. And, when it comes to, having all your kids, what's maybe some of your favorite memories as a father, man?
Honestly, man, when I got to the UFC, came off the Ultimate Fighter, and being able to take them to like Disney and stuff like that was some of the best memories. And, they've been able to travel a lot because of my career. So really, really just being able to take my family, experience the stuff that we have together as a family and, just growing together. And this keeps us bonded,
Yeah, no, definitely. And you mentioned you were coaching your kids. Are you happen to maybe coach other people as well at the gym too at the moment?
Yeah, I definitely got some little personal training I do on the side. Got to do that. Got to have an income coming in all the time, man, with these kids. So, we try to stay busy, coaching kids, coaching adults. I do it all, really. I've
awesome.
used all the tools I got for this sport, man. Try to use it all.
That's incredible, man. How do you like coaching? Do you think that maybe makes you a better fighter?
Honestly, definitely, dude. I feel like coaching is something you need to do. It takes you back to the basics, A lot of times people get, strung up on trying to do this fancy stuff. But really, the basics is what wins fights a lot of the time. So, coaching helps me with that. And I feel like after fighting, I got to have another, something to do after fighting. So coaching would be ideal for me.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you mentioned maybe having something to do after fighting. Do you maybe plan to have your own gym one day in the future?
Oh, 100%. That's definitely a goal. I'm pretty sure that's a goal of most fighters, man. Once you get in, it's hard to get out, man. It's like one of those things, it's hard to live this lifestyle and just cold turkey it. So I definitely open a gym, probably open a little restaurant, something of that nature. You know what I mean?
Nice. With the restaurant, I mean, what kind of restaurant would you maybe have?
I want it to be like something like girls are wearing like ring girl outfits and, kind of MMA theme, something like that. A little Showtime bar and grill,
Ah, there you go. I like it. I dig it. And, man, you got a couple sick tattoos on your arm and just in general. I mean, can you talk to us more about some of your favorite tattoos and what they mean?
Oh, man, every tattoo on me is biblical, for the most part. I got Jesus in the line of Judah. I got child of God. I got the cross, and I got Philippians 4:13. And then, and 3 crosses on my neck. Really just all Christian. Little line of Judah on my chest. That's what I'm about, man. That's what I fight for. As you can see, God got me, God got you.
That's awesome. No, it's definitely some good stuff, man. And that tattoo on your neck, man, did that hurt at all? Talk to us more about that one.
Oh yeah, I mean that was one of the sorest ones. It was all tender and stuff. You don't really get hit there much, But these arm ones were pretty cake. But this one was bad, and then the chest around the nipple area was tough too.
Oh, I bet, man. How long did it take you to maybe get the tattoo done on your neck?
Oh, it was actually pretty quick. My guy kind of shaded up pretty quick. Took about 40 minutes.
That's not too bad at all then. Okay, fair enough.
It wasn't bad.
So when you're in the gym, man, I mean, what's maybe some of your favorite things you like to do to kind of be the best version of you?
I mean, honestly, work with everybody, never shy away from any rounds. I always try to get the best rounds in the gym, and definitely when I am sparring with somebody, that's less of a, accomplished fighter as me, I work with them, work my defense, work stuff like that, man. I love to go in the gym and have a good vibe, keep the vibes up and everybody's learning.
Yeah, no, definitely. And when it comes to the UFC, I mean, is there any guys right now you think would be a good matchup for you at the moment?
Man, I would fight anybody in the 35 or 25 division. Like I said, I've already fought Pantoja. I fought most of the 25 division. I kind of got my eyes on the 35 more so because that weight cut 25 is starting to get a little harder older you get. But so 35, really, I feel myself facing any guys in the top 10. I could get in with any of those guys, really.
Yeah, no, I definitely would be looking forward to that. And, man, when it comes to just like weight cutting in general, man, I mean, what's maybe some of the things that you have to do behind the scenes to get those pounds off?
Oh, man, it's really a diet out, got a diet. Because I never thought 35 would be hard to get to, but it's still, it's a little bit of a struggle, too. So, I mean, I cut from like 155, 160 when I'm heavy, and then, getting to 35 is just like dieting, water loading. I do a lot of water loading for my weight cuts because it just makes it fall off a lot easier. And yeah, man, diet and, stay away from carbs and salt, man.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. And, after you weighed in, you made weight and everything. I mean, what do you typically like to eat to kind of get those pounds back to rehydrate and whatnot?
My favorite thing is to do the Great Pedialyte, half water, gallon. And then I do like watermelon, super stereotypical, but definitely my go-to.
Right. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That's definitely some good stuff, man. And, when it comes to like your fights and stuff, you obviously have a bunch of fights in your career. What's maybe your favorite fight that you've had so far in your MMA career?
I'd have to say, Tim Elliott on The Ultimate Fighter was fun. Pantoja was a fun fight. I mean, I look at all the fights to take different from them, but I would have to say my favorite fight was probably the Tim Elliott fight.
That's awesome. I mean, how quick do you typically watch your fights, win or lose, after you're all said and done with them?
If I lose, I usually don't watch it. If I lose a decision, I'm like so mad about it, I usually don't watch it. It takes me a while to watch them, but after I win, I'm watching it right away. Yeah,
no, that definitely makes sense, man. And when it comes to like watching film, I mean, do you watch a lot of film on your opponents and stuff too when you're getting ready?
Typically, I like to look and see what they like to do, just for my sake. But for the most part, my coaches do that for me. They break my opponents down and we get the work done. So I feel like I'm well-rounded everywhere, though, so I really don't like to stress too much on like what my opponent's good at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, fair enough. And when it comes to your opponents, I mean, I just posted an interview, and then they just fought actually, and then his opponent reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I want to watch the interview. Can you send me the link?" Do you happen to watch like interviews and stuff on the fighters, maybe see where their heads at and stuff, getting into the matchups?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely like to do that because that makes more sense than studying because the mind is that's what's going to get you through a fight. So I definitely like to do that. I
Very
study
nice.
up on interviews and listen to them. Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome, man. And what do you kind of do to get your mind, locked and loaded for your matchups?
Dude, it's kind of weird, man, because I like to be with my kids and like I'd be irritated when I'm weight cutting, but I like to be with them just so they can see the ins and outs and deal with, angry dad, happy dad, all the emotions that come with it. They get to see it all. So that kind of keeps my head off of like all the negative stuff, just even, getting too cocky or positive. I like to stay humble with my kids around so, they keep me grounded.
Definitely. And I believe it was yesterday. I just had Elijah Smith on the show, and I mentioned you guys were sharing the same car, and he said he was talking to you a little bit. I mean, what do you maybe think of him, and what was maybe that conversation like talking to him?
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's a cool kid, definitely up and comer. A lot of those guys, cool, definitely cool dudes. Fighters are always usually pretty cool. It's hard to come across a, negative fighter, but yeah, I mean, he's a cool dude. I mean, I think he's got a big career ahead of him for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. And when it comes to just like your career in general, I mean, how would you like to kind of be remembered in MMA when you're all said and done with it?
Just that I never quit, through all these obstacles. I'm still fighting through. A lot of guys would have quit where I'm at right now. 33, still winning, but not just getting to that next level again. So just that I'm resilient, and I have a lot, a lot to offer this sport, and hopefully people can take, my God aspect. I bring God into everything as far as fighting goes too, because this sport's dangerous, but it brings a lot of people to God. So I want to push that as well.
Yeah, 100%, man. And when you're not fighting and stuff, I mean, do you like to watch any like TVs, movie, or anything like that? You got any favorite shows?
Yeah, I mean, I finished stuff so fast, man. Like right now, I'm watching Game of Thrones, the Targaryen one, but I finished the first one like 2 weeks, and that was so many episodes. So yeah, I finished stuff really quick. But I'm a cartoon guy, and then I like Marvel stuff like that, and then Dungeons and Dragons. I like that stuff too. So
very nice, very nice. What's maybe some of your favorite people in Marvel?
In Marvel, I'll definitely like Wolverine. Those and Spider-Man. I like superheroes like that. Definitely. Wolverine's probably my favorite superhero, though.
That's awesome. That's definitely a good pick. And when it comes to music, man, I mean, do you happen to go into any like concerts or anything like that in your free time?
I don't actually. That's something I wish I did more of. A lot of people go to those. I really don't like being crowded and all around a whole bunch of people like that. But I haven't been to too many concerts. Definitely, maybe like one or two in my whole life. I went to Kane Brown one time, and that was pretty cool. But other than that, I haven't been to too many. Definitely something I'm gonna look into doing more of.
No, that makes sense. I mean, what's maybe kind of the music you like to listen to in your free time?
I'm versatile, man. I like country. I like Drake. And it's crazy because I like both of them, man. I like him and I like can't remember his name, but I like him. Really, I'm real basic with the music, dude. Whatever's hot, I'm listening to.
Definitely hear you, man. And yeah, man, when it just comes to like fighting and stuff, I mean, you've been training for a while and everything like that. You mentioned maybe having a gym one day in the future. I mean, what would maybe be your gym name in the future?
I would love to like build off American Top Team and just open my own like American Top Team in Iowa or something like that. Just because I love that gym, man. One of my favorite gyms I've ever been to. I would love to branch off, maybe talk to him about that. But other than that, probably start my own name if that didn't happen.
Nice.
I don't know where I would go with it.
Now, with American Top Team, do you happen to remember your very first day stepping on the mats when it comes to American Top Team? If so, talk to us a little bit more about that.
Oh yeah, man, I was starstruck, dude. It was everybody and their mom was on the mat. I was like, wow, it was definitely a cool feeling. Amanda Nunes was in there getting ready. Joanna, Jake Check, Dustin Poirier, Masvidal, and then guys that I was comfortable with that I've already been on, like Pantoja was on the show with me. So, I was comfortable in the gym, but definitely was a little starstruck seeing everybody like Dos Santos and everybody's in there, man. It's crazy. It's a crazy gym.
No, it definitely is, man. There's definitely a lot of stacked talent. And when it comes to all these like, famous fighters and stuff like that, who's maybe the most famous fighter or celebrity you got in your phone?
Probably Aljamain Sterling.
Oh, he's the man. That's definitely a good one.
He's the man. He's a good one. This is being the champ. I mean, I got like all the fighters, like Ultimate Fighter guys, Tim Elliott, Panto. I got all those guys. I got, there's a lot of guys I got on my phone actually.
Yeah. No, I mean, in my opinion, I definitely think you're on like the most stacked UFC Ultimate Fighter. I mean, how do you think the Ultimate Fighter's kind of evolved since you kind of been on the show?
It's kind of, I haven't really watched the season since my season. I haven't really caught on to any of them. I was kind of like, I know they had one where they had guys that were in the UFC that got back on it. My buddy Austin Hubbard was on there. I kind of watched that one. But other than that, I really haven't been keeping up with it too much. It's probably wrong for me to do, but yeah. I think my season definitely was full of champions, so it was definitely a little different for sure.
Yeah. No, that was a stacked season for sure, man. And when it comes to just like the fighters in general, I mean, do you happen to have maybe like a favorite fighter that you like to watch and stuff too?
Oh man, Dustin Poirier by far. It's my favorite guy. I like to mold myself like him, man. I think we're similar in stories, so I love Dustin Poirier.
Now, I was actually at his fight when it comes to Newark when he was fighting Islam and stuff. That was a great fight. When it comes to like you and stuff, do you happen to maybe go to like any MMA events and kind of watch as a fan?
Yeah, I do occasionally. I'll go to the Cage Aggressions here around town, or I've been to like a few LFAs. I only went to like one UFC fight when I was in the UFC fight, and that was like the finale when Tim Elliott fought Mighty Mouse. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm a fan of it. It's weird when I'm not fighting. I just want to fight so bad, It's like it's weird to go watch fights. I don't know. I've been to a few, but never like super crazy, like going to all of them.
No, that makes sense. Okay. So when you're all said and done with fighting with the UFC, like after your fight's over, I mean, what happens? Are you allowed to sit and watch the fights? Is there like a lounge? Do you get kicked out? How's that kind of work?
Yeah, you just go to the back and you guys sit in there like a little lounge area. They got a lot of food and you sit out and watch the fights, hang out. I think you can leave if you want, but if you want to go out, you can't go out and mingle for sure.
Nice. That's definitely pretty sick, man. And, Eric, it's been awesome talking to you, my man. It's been great to have you back on the show. What's maybe your final message out there for the fans that are going to be watching this video? Yeah,
man, just don't keep an eye out for me. I'll be back out. I'll be back in hopefully a big ring real soon near you. So, just keep an eye out for Showtime. I'm never going to stop until I get what I want. And my man, I hope you heal up, bro. Heal up, because I had that shoulder stuff. It ain't no joke.
No, it really isn't, man. I tore my shoulder cap completely off the bone. I've torn my labrum in 2018, so I'm all sorts of jacked up when it comes to my shoulder, man.
Once it starts, it's hard to stop it, man. But I got caught soon. I had the labrum, so yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's horrible. I've been doing Taekwondo since I was 5 years old, so that's like 19 years. I've been doing like 5 classes a week, so I just think it's just adding up to me, honestly.
Oh, it is, man. It's sick, dude. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. It's a lot of fun, and I'm definitely appreciate having you on because I love watching The Ultimate Fighter. I thought you were a fantastic fighter. I always kind of wonder where you've been at. Like we kind of talked about the last time, you kind of got screwed with like the flyweight purge and everything. So hopefully you kind of make it back and show everyone what we've been kind of missing out on. Yeah, hope so too, man. Hope so. God willing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, thank you so much for coming on. It means a lot to me, and hopefully we can do another one in the future. And I hope you get that call soon. You deserve it, my man. Appreciate it, brother. We'll talk soon, boss. Absolutely. All right, man. Take care. Thank you again. Yes, sir. All right, man.